Vibrate, please. So I do run a show, a monthly open mic in Chehalis, which I doubt I'll see any of you there. Yeah, it took me an hour and a half to get here.
We live in Roy, so you might actually see us.
Oh, okay. Well, it's Tuesday, 8 o'clock.
Tuesday.
I'll look for you.
Okay, well, you can't miss it.
So it's recently been brought to my attention that I look kind of intimidating, but I've also been told I have a baby face. So I guess I just look like a scary baby. I've also been told I look like I have dick-sucking lips. So I guess I look like a scary baby with dick-sucking lips. And now you guys cannot unsee it.
What's your phone number?
I didn't hear what he said. It sounded
What's your phone number?
I've also been told I look like someone who spends all their free time at Cabela's. Cabela's is an outdoor store. The last time I did anything outdoors was Pokemon Go. That was my first time here in Algona, or is it Pacific? Algona, okay. Yeah, people kept telling me that all through the week I had a show here, like, oh, they changed the name to Pacific. I was like, I don't care. I'm going there for like 10 minutes. But I guess I can tell you guys about like my first time. Oh yeah, it's also been recently pointed out to me that I look like I lost my virginity in a cornfield. Yeah, so that's the look I've got going on. Like I look like the brawny paper towel guy went through a really brutal divorce. But no, I didn't lose my virginity in a cornfield. I'm actually going to tell you guys the story. Yeah, buckle up. We're going to get real intimate here in Algona. So I was in high school, and me and my girlfriend at the time, she just randomly said, hey, do you want to have sex? And my response was, I love you. And then I proceeded to take off all of my clothes. And she looked at me and said, what are you doing? I said, well, you said sex. I was cool with that, hence no pants. And she said, I didn't mean right now. Well, then why did you ask? But I've learned since then that a lot of women like to think about sex before they have it. They like to stew on the thought. I like to compare it to cooking. Something you make in a crock pot or a roast. Something that takes a long time for all those flavors to like slowly melt together until it's that peak. That pinnacle of absolute deliciousness. And once it hits that point, that's when they want to have sex. Guys, we're more like Pop-Tarts. Yeah, you don't even have to cook them. So basically, like we set a date, and during that time we were going to research sex. And by research, that meant that we talked to her friends who've had sex before. Because my friends wouldn't be any help. And basically, the gist of our research was to use lube, and the first 2 times we're going to suck. For her, they're going to be great for me. So my awesome girlfriend decided we were going to get the shit times out of the way, we were going to have sex twice. I was like, my girlfriend is amazing. So the magic day finally came. Spoiler alert, so did I. But I'm going to fast forward past the awkward foreplay and all that stuff until the moment we were done. And I'm just laying there in absolute bliss. And I look over, I was like, so, how was it? She said, I'm not going to lie, it wasn't nearly as bad as they said it was going to be. Like, it did hurt. And I don't know why, but in that moment, I just felt like my brain gave my dick a high five. Good job, buddy. Good for you. Way to go. You did it. And they failed to mention a lot of stuff in our research, like how gross sex was going to be. And I'm not just saying that because I pulled a bag of my own jizz off my dick. But they failed to mention that there would be blood. Yeah, they failed to bring that up. That was a Google moment. And this is back when we had dial-up internet, so we sat there terrified for 4 hours. So we get all cleaned up, go to the bathroom, and she's still naked, and I was like, wait, she said twice, right? And my heart was like, she did say twice. And my dick is like, she's still naked, I can still do this. So I asked her, I was like, is twice still a thing? She looked at me and said, yeah, but even gentler this time. So I looked deep into her eyes and I said, don't worry, I've done this before. I guess I can tell you the very first naughty thing I ever did. Different girl, a little bit sooner. And she was one of those girls that liked to dye her hair all the time, like every 3 weeks. And I've got to say, the evolution of like dyeing your hair is like greatly evolved in the last 15 years. Because now you dye your hair and your hair still shiny and clean and healthy. 15 years ago, you dye your hair and it looked like you used Kool-Aid and crystal meth. Yeah, it's way different. And she dyed her hair all the time. This particular time, her hair happened to be blue. Like Kool-Aid, crystal meth blue. And I've learned to pause right there because sometimes there's this drunk old guy in the back that likes to yell, did the carpet match the drapes? And I have to politely remind him that most people got rid of carpet in like 2008. Yeah, a long time ago. Actually, statistically, like 80% of the people in this room are rocking hardwood floors right now.
Amen.
Yeah. And it's a Saturday in December, so odds are you probably need a good sanding. But anyway, her hair was blue. And she pulled it off really well for what she had to go with. And so we're in her room at her house. Her parents were home, and the door was unlocked because I was a stupid teenager. And she's like, hey, do you want to go down on me? And I was like, yeah, I totally do that, yeah. You know, just smooth. Real smooth. So I get down there, I unbutton her pants, I unzip them. And at this point in my life, I have realized something critical, something crucial, something that changed the way I saw the world. I have realized that porn has lied to me. Because I have never once in a porn or a movie seen him have issues taking her jeans off at her thighs, knees, and ankles. Like, that shit just doesn't happen. And I remember thinking to myself, no wonder you can't get in a chick's pants. Can't get the fuckers off. But finally, after a bunch of yanking, tugging, and pulling, I finally get them off and I throw them across the room because I hate them. But even though I hate them, I'm grinning from ear to ear because I know I'm about to do something awesome. And I got that tunnel vision the entire time. I was just thinking, hey, I just gotta lick it, right? None of you guys have been there before? Okay. So I started doing my thing, which I am great at, by the way. Yeah, I'm great at everything sexual up until the actual sex part. Go figure. And as I'm doing it, like, I start thinking, which I believe is where I went wrong. Like, I felt like I got into this too fast. I need to slow down, rewind, and ease back into it. So I stopped, and I stared. Admired, really. And she just said, oh, does it taste bad? I'm supposed to taste it? Like, all my life, people have warned me about smell. No one's told me anything about flavor. Like, I wasn't expecting to go up here with Baskin Robbins, 31 different flavors and samples. Like, I wish they would have told me about that. All my life, it was the smell. It's a smell that I have yet to come across at all. And even if it did, it wouldn't stop me from going down on her, because I just go down on her with a mentality that I'm about to fuck the Little Mermaid. Yeah, just like, oh, King Triton's gonna be so disappointed when I'm done with you. Oh yeah, I'll help you find your voice. But yeah, that was a weird thing. Like, it was a weird, like, that was a weird thing for her to think of first. The first thing that happened. I mean, guys, if someone started sucking your dick and halfway through it, they just stopped, you would be wondering what it tasted like. I never even wondered what it tasted like until I wrote this joke. No, you'd be like, what? No. No, like, nose to stomach, lady, nose to stomach. Like, you start, you finish. That's just polite. And I think it should just work the other way around. Like, ladies, next time someone's going down on you and they stop before you're ready to, just look them dead in the eye and be like, what? No. Beluga whale, you come up for air and then right back down. Yeah, I did that joke once and some guy yelled out, why would you hold your breath? You're not doing it right. You've also never gone down on a big girl before, have you? Yeah, because big girls, they got that chubby mouth that like gets in your nose and makes it really hard to breathe. Yeah, you gotta like use the breathing exercise of an Olympic swimmer. You know where you gotta like, turn your head to get above water. But anyway, I was like, no, it doesn't taste bad. And she looked at me and said, well, what's wrong? It's like, nothing, it's just, are your pubes blue? And sure as shit, they were blue. That is honestly a true story. I'm gonna remember that for the rest of my life. I'm gonna be like 90 years with dementia, meeting my grandkids. And it's gonna be like, what's your name? Solstice? What the fuck is wrong with white people? I saw a blue-haired pussy once. And if you ignored the chemical burns, it was a magical sight to behold. I'm James Roberts. You guys have a good one.